Welcome to the AnyVerse podcast, a podcast where the members of the AnyVerse Minecraft series get together and talk about their week in their personal AnyVerse world.
Hi, I'm Fizz, also known as Fizzbolts.
Hello, I'm Ohtacaro on YouTube.
Hello, I'm PB from PbPlaysMinecraft.
Hello, I'm Torfi from Torfi74 on YouTube.
And this AnyVerse podcast, we have a new member in DarkSolidX.
Hello, what is up, guys and girls? This is Saleh here. You guys can find me on YouTube as DarkSolidX, as well as Twitch and Twitter.
Very nice. So, what have you guys been doing this week in your AnyVerse?
I had a lot of fun going around and exploring a certain place and counting a certain thing, but I don't want to go too far into it because I don't know if you guys have found this place yet.
Counting? You doing math on videos? That's no good. You know how that goes. Myself, been just grabbed my first diamonds, started up the enchanting table, also went into the nether, and I had the worst luck. Could not be any worse. Trust me.
I actually waited until late in the week to actually record my episode, so I didn't really do a whole lot. I was kind of relying on maybe a response to a video, but it's okay. Everything turned out all right in the end.
Oh man, that's shade to the viewers. Start commenting, guys, if you want to see some effect in the AnyVerse. This week, actually, I've had a lot of time this week, but because my upcoming weeks are about to get very, very busy for me in my free time, so I've been trying to stockpile, both literally and figuratively, items, I guess. I've been stockpiling items. I've done so much caving. If I knew how to do an x-ray machine, again, in Minecraft, I would definitely just see pure caves lit up all over the place. It's an insane network. To the point where I started off in the Birch Hill Forest, where I'm kind of setting up my base. I started off in a hole next to one of the mountains there, and I ended up in the roofed forest, like 100 blocks, 100, 200 blocks away, in the cave that I explored on like the second day, I think. I was like, how am I over here? Like, I popped up and I was like, wait a second. I was trying to, you know how you listen for mobs and you're like, aha, I'm going to get you this time, skeleton. And you dig into them hoping to find a new cave. Well, I didn't pay attention to my elevation and I straight up popped up on the surface and I was like, oh my gosh, where am I? How did I get here? How did this happen? But aside from that, I also went to the nether with the intention of making a blaze farm and then changing my mind. Well, I didn't change my mind. I needed slime, as I talked about before. And I ended up, you know how last week I talked about how I didn't get a spawner and I'd never seen one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this week I found 3. I guess thanks to the caving, although one of them was near the surface and I had to have walked past that place maybe 4 or 5 times in my goings-ons in the world. And this time I was just like, you know, on the mission to light up everything nearby me and a little bit farther away too for other reasons. I was like, oh, a hole in the wall. Let me just, boop, 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 boop. Let me just light that baby up. And then I got attacked by a bunch of zombies. In a twist of ironic fate, it's like the world knows I hate zombie spawners because all 3 of them ended up being zombie spawners. So my entire episode got derailed. And instead of doing blazy stuff with slime balls, I ended up building an XP farm at the first zombie spawner I found. I found the other 2 later in my caving adventures. But that's pretty much what I did, I think, this week.
Very nice. Well, I start off my week by saving the village because in my mind, I like to be the good guy. So I like to save everyone, even though some of the villagers I don't use, like the nitwit. But I tend to save all of the villagers. So I was able to save all the villagers. And then I went off to mine. And as soon as I went down and I made my branch mine, I found 8 ores of diamond right there. So I was like, ooh, okay. And I was debating on whether I should wait for a fortune pick or not. And then I realized that I needed diamonds to make a enchanting table to get the fortune. So it was silly for me to just leave it there. So I finally got my first diamond. on in my first episode, and then I was able to. What I wanted to do after that was I wanted to make a farm. No, not a really big farm, but just big enough to keep me saturated, so I don't have to worry about eating, so that I could go off and venture and look for places and stuff. And then I went mining some more, and I found a spawner, a skelly spawner this time. And I can't say where it is, but I couldn't believe where I found it. And it was like right in the middle of a mine shaft. So I decided to build a XP grinder because I still needed levels to enchant pickaxe. That's mainly what I've been up to for the week.
I think the game wants me to love spiders because I have only found spider spawners. And one of them is a really interesting location, but the others are just spider spawners. Nothing but spider spawners. And I did find diamonds finally when I was branch mining when I wasn't recording, but I didn't take them. I just left them there and left a torch, and I'll go back and get them later. I didn't feel like grabbing them at the moment. Kind of want to get like a fortune book or something, and maybe, I don't know, a fortune on an iron pickaxe might be kind of weird, but maybe I'll get them later. Well, I'm probably going to have to get them to enchant, but details.
Remember last week when we talked about the creeper spawner and stuff? This time I managed to get into a location where I found another like 6-7 creepers, and I thought definitely a creeper spawner. And then again, remembering there's no creeper spawners. So walked around this cave some more and actually found a spider spawner and also a zombie spawner. I need a skelly spawner. You are so lucky, Fizz. You have no idea.
I haven't found a skelly spawner. I've only found spider spawners. Guess I'm glad there's no creeper spawners.
Sorry, I meant Solid. Sorry. You were so lucky, Solid. You have no idea.
Actually, I do, and I'm happy. I'm happy to tell you where it is, but I believe I'm not permitted to. So, I'll make good use of it for you.
So I haven't found any. I found the one spawner like the first day of checking out the caves and stuff, but I haven't found anything since then. Plus, I just moved a long ways away from spawn, so I haven't had a chance to explore yet. I'm hoping to find something good there. I keep hearing all you guys' stories about all this stuff, and like now I'm getting jealous. I don't like this.
Well, I guess I have had some adventures in the last 2 episodes. I guess in this last episode was the most eventful. I think it's the one that the viewers are going to like the most because a lot of just unfortunate events happened to me while I was making that XP farm. And by making it, I mean after I made it while I was killing them. Because you know when you make an XP farm with zombies, the reason I don't like making zombie XP farms to be exact, is because I don't enjoy the fact that they have the call-in response feature where they start getting hurt, they call their friends, and they spawn in wherever. And because my spawner is below ground, I have a ladder going up to the surface, and I have a trapdoor that I was too lazy to go all the way up the ladder and put at the very top. Instead, I have it right at the ceiling point of my little, very small, cramped area, where I'm just going to throw some storage, the enchanting area, and me murdering these zombies. And I was killing them, and I was so close to 30, guys. I was at like 29 and a little bit. And these I wanted to know like what time of day it was. Like I was trying to plan the rest of my day as I was slashing away mindlessly at these zombies with a stone sword or something. So I opened the trap door, and because I have my mob sounds completely off because, you know, it gets annoying after a while, this pack of like 5 or 6 zombies just falls from the ladder onto the ground, down the ladder, and starts attacking me. And I, of course, am panicking because I am stuck in this very small room with very large zombies, and I get cornered and I don't know what to do or how to get out. And I come in the recording and I try really hard, but due to a series of unfortunate events, I die. And so I'm just like so sad in that episode. So I guess you can call that kind of the adventurous fun stuff I've done.
I wouldn't say I've found great things, but I am lucky enough to not have died yet, which is good. Saying that, I probably die next time I log on, due to something weird happening. Probably diving into lava or a creeper from nowhere just come in, kamikaze, kills me, and I'm gone. I'm wiped out. Definitely gonna happen. Knock on wood, it won't, but it will happen. I'm sure.
I'm surprised you haven't died yet because I have died 3 times, and they have all been very weird deaths. And I'm wondering how many times other people have died. So Ohtakaro's never died, and guessing PB, you've only died once?
Yeah, I think I've only died that one time to the zombies. I've had a lot of close calls, but I think I've only died once.
I'm still sitting with no deaths. I'm kind of happy. It's been like 3 weeks. No deaths. I'm happy with that.
Well, aren't you guys lucky? Because when I was caving, I got killed twice by one skeleton. He killed me the first time because I forgot to eat, so my health dropped low, and then there was 2 of them, and I managed to kill one of them. And when I went to go attack the second one, I was sitting at 1 heart, and he took me out. So I ran back there to go get my stuff, and then he snuck up behind me with my armor, with my sword, and 3 shot at me. And at the 3rd time, I was finally able to get my stuff back. Well, not get my stuff back, but get my stuff that he was wearing. Like my other stuff that I found, like the diamonds, they already spawned. So you guys are lucky.
With that in mind, dying to a mob multiple times, what do you do if you have a lot of resources on you and you die and there's a group of monsters, mobs down there killing you over and over and over again? Are you leaving it behind, or are you actually trying to get it over and over and over again? What do you do?
I gear up. When I died, I was fully expecting those zombies because it was a horde. It wasn't just 1 or 2. It was a horde of zombies. I went in and I was like, all right, I got the sword. Luckily, I had the ladder to work with, but I do just gear up again and I go, especially if I'm like, they definitely picked up that OP sword and my good armor.
I think it depends on what I lose. If it's just blocks, I'll leave it. And when they despawn, I don't care anymore. But if it's like armor that I've enchanted and spent some time on, I figure out a way to go in there and murder them. That's the only way you have to earn it back.
I'll tend to decide on if it's something I needed to gather and I would spend a lot of time getting, then I'll try and get it back. And I try to keep like an emergency sword in my base just for that reason. Or if I happen to have a bed nearby and say it's dark, I'll go and sleep. So then maybe they'll burn if they're outside. But if it's just like simple things like a bunch of cobble, I don't care. If I can get it again easily, it's fine. If it's diamonds, I'll go for it and try and get it every time.
Oh, well, for me, I will always go for it. I'm not going to let no mom beat me up for my stuff. My stuff that I gather, and I will go back and take it. It's just that time, I had all of my iron on me. So that when I respawned it, I didn't have any iron, and I was picking up like the cheap leather armor that I picked up from the other mobs. And that's how I got murdered again the second time.
I think it's funny how our reptile brains keep thinking, let's go back at it, when we know in this game that if you run far enough away, they will despawn, right? So you can always go back afterwards. That's usually what I want to do, but this reptile brain of mine just keeps, no, let's go at it again and again and again, over and over again. It's awful. But the sword thing, having a backup sword, a really good idea. I need to do something with that myself. Thanks for the tip.
You're welcome. I think the reptile brain thing is a thing also but I also try to go back for the stuff just so I don't want to lose it. I don't want to run off and have them despawn and then come back, and that time limit of my stuff on the ground is just, I'll get up right to it and they disappear because I've had that happen. And even though the chunks are unloaded, there's always that possibility you're coming back, take a little bit too long, get a little lost, and then you just lose all your stuff, and it sucks so much.
Right? That's when I want to go and murder. Like, if it despawns, I hope something picked up my stuff so I can murder them to feel better about them killing me and me losing everything, or their friend killing me and me losing everything. And that way I get my awful armor, I guess, Because I almost never wear good armor because I guess like to live life on the edge.
I actually prefer to try to get better armor because it gives you a better chance of surviving. Because a few weeks, no, a few months back when I was playing with my friend and we went caving, and I had a full set of iron armor, and it was like protection 2, protection 3 on it. And it only took the creeper one shot to kill me. And so if I had diamond armor, I would have survived. So it'd be better to get better armor, even though there's a chance of losing it. Your chance of survival is even better. So I'd rather choose the survival chances, even though I have a chance of losing good armor.
I know I find the game to be very easy when it comes to mobs and things like that. It's very easy to get out of a bad situation. So sometimes I just like to go around, and most of the time, like if I know I'm about to enter a very dangerous situation where I don't want to lose my things, I will definitely like bring the fire protection potion. I will definitely like get good armor and stuff like that. But generally I don't like using my resources on protection unless I'm finally to the point in the game where I'm like, I don't care about you anymore, mobs. I don't have to deal with you on a daily basis, so I'm just not gonna. I don't care. But like right now, I don't have enough resources to do anything fun, so shitty iron armor and things I get off that XP farm for now.
I mostly wear iron armor pretty much from the day I start, wearing it to the day I stop playing the server because I don't like wasting my diamonds on armor if I don't have to, unless, I have a huge abundance of it. And this early in the game, it's not worth it.
I'll go and wear a bunch of iron armor up until the point where I just have a massive amount of diamonds, which doesn't happen that often. But if I can get the tools I want the way I want them, then I'll go and get the armor. And if I get the extra diamonds, then I'll have armor, diamond armor. It helps if you get the mending, because the mending will help a lot. And then any extra diamonds, I'll get some backup armor to go along with that backup sword.
And with how the Minecraft, block generation or generation in general, diamonds are really sparse unless you go out and venture for them on a boat or, I don't know. It's hard to find diamonds these days. So I get the point of you trying to have iron armor on you all time and not diamond. But at some point, I feel diamond is necessary.
Well, that is true. But like in the beginning of the game, you do like just focus on your iron armor. But if you take like a nice good session of mining, like really mining, you can come up with like 2.5 stacks of diamond. And a set of armor is only 27 diamonds. So it's not so bad to lose one set if you could gain that mass amount of resources.
It's definitely possible to get 27 diamonds. Not saying that. But I feel the iron is good to begin with, as Torfi said. Diamond's really good for endgame. Something I wouldn't waste time on, I think, is gold and leather armor. That is just useless. What would you use that for?
I know what I'd use leather armor to decorate like armor stands for around my house, and that's pretty much about it.
That was what I was gonna say. Was for decoration and making pink boots.
Pink boots. That's pretty funny. I know gold isn't the best. It's probably the worst thing. So decoration, I guess, is for gold.
For my beacons, that's what I use my gold for.
I use my gold for like carrots and apples. That's about it.
Well, my goal is mainly for building because I really don't use golden apples or golden carrots unless I'm brewing something, which is like only one ingot. So usually just go for building.
My stance really on the armor thing is really just to the point where I don't die any other point in this game. Like maybe I fall to my death, but with good armor, you're not going to die in lava. With good armor, you're not going to die to fall damage. You're not going to die to an explosion, to skeletons, to zombies. Like there's very little in this game that can kill you once you get good armor. And that really takes a fun part of the game out of it for me. So I will wear just awful leather armor sometimes just for gigs, as I like to say, just for fun. Be like, I wonder. And then once it dies, I'm like, I'll wear this other awful armor. And but I don't think I ever purposely make leather or golden armor because, it's not worth it.
So we get to view all of our cursed items now? That'd be a good thing for you to have.
That would be a fun challenge for us. Wear only this armor for a week and see how you do.
I'd be on that train, definitely.
Yeah, we should totally do that. That'd be pretty funny. See how long we survive.
Does that mean we finally have a challenge already? That's kind of nice.
I wouldn't say maybe this early. Sounds like some of us are still trying to get a hold on the world or find where we're going to be.
Well, can we at least wait till I tackle an ocean monument? Because I don't feel like going in there with lead armor.
We can certainly talk about it, and if you have an opinion on what we should do, audience, feel free to let us know down in the comments on YouTube or over on podcast.com or over on Twitter using the hashtag AnyVerseMC.
So I have a personal challenge that I'm doing where I only go caving or mining with one torch. I don't place any torches down unless I find something important like diamonds. So the diamonds I found, I put a torch under them so I could find them later. If we did do a challenge of armor and say it was leather armor, I'm pretty sure I would get wrecked very badly in any kind of caving, mining, or anything I do. Because I've already gotten wrecked by a skeleton one time in a cave, so I could see it happening multiple times with really bad armor.
Well, if I were to do that challenge, my caving style would be a whole lot different than it is now. I would have to be more careful and more. Well, I'll be mining a lot more slower than I am.
It sounds like it's time for you guys to bring out your super hostile strategies into caving. Time to do some wall tunneling, some other crazy stuff like that. If we do that challenge, oh my gosh.
Wall caving or whatever sounds like hacks to me, to be honest. Let's go in there. Just beat them all up. Light the place up. That's how you do it. Naked and scared.
But we only get one torch, right?
Sounds like we're going to die a lot, and I haven't even set up my graveyard yet. Just give me some time, all right, people?
You're going to end up getting that backlog now. Better start pushing over the... What were those blocks?
Silverfish?
The silverfish blocks. Better start pushing them over now.
Right?
You guys are so mean. Why do I hang out with you guys?
Oh, it would be the best. I'm telling you, that would be the best. Just the way to do it. I'd love that.
I'm definitely going to go in and just start creating that silverfish farm and make my own graveyard and have that. That is going to be a goal of mine, I think. And you should be on it too, Torfi. You know how much you die to that silverfish. Do it.
Just call that episode fishing the other way.
Fishing? Sounds like a bad Hitchcock flick. I don't know if I like this.
That's hilarious. I don't think I have an intention to make a graveyard, but maybe I should. Maybe I should think about making one and just do something ridiculous with it.
Speaking of graveyard, are you logging anything? Like how many deaths you have in like a calendar thing, or do you keep track of your days like I do, or what is going on?
I'm not logging the days, but I am logging my deaths in a death notes book with the date I died, if I was recording or streaming, and how I died. And so far, there's 3 in there. So, yeah.
I have not even decided what I want to do yet, but I'm pretty sure that I'll mark it off somewhere. Have maybe throw a piece of granite in a box for each death.
Wait, you're making a death notebook?
Yeah, I like to keep track of my deaths in a notebook, so I just call it the death notebook. Not really anything to do with the anime, but it's another death notebook.
Well, that is really cool.
I don't think I am, mostly because I'm very reckless with my life and I die without thinking about it. And it's like, if you had to think about it, equate it to something, it would definitely be like an adrenaline junkie. Like, I just do it for the adrenaline, not really for the thing I'm doing. Like, oh, right, that time I jump off that thing. Totally forgot about that. But man, I remember that wicked thrill. So maybe, I don't know. I feel like maybe it would be hard for me to keep track of it.
I Now that I think about it, Fizz, I might do something similar, but instead of just taking notes, I should write a poem about my death. So every death comes with a poem.
That would be pretty brilliant, like little sonnets, or what are those Japanese ones called?
Haiku.
Haikus of death.
That's hilarious. I'll definitely do a limerick or something that's funny.
I'm not sure if my style of poem writing is like haiku.
That sounds like a really epic idea, though, to just keep track of it in that kind of way. I don't know, I'll definitely think about it. I like I said, I don't even remember how many times I've died. I think only once at this point, but I think we had a pretty good week in the AnyVerse this week. So I think maybe let's get ready for the next one.
So I am Fizz. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube under Fizzbolts.
I'm Ohtacaro on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch.
I am PB, and you can find me over on PbPlaysMinecraft over on YouTube, and PbPlaysMinecraft without the T because Twitter wouldn't let me add it on Twitter. And you can occasionally find me live streaming on twitch.tv/PbPlaysInside.
And I am Torfi, and you can find me at Torfi74 on YouTube, and also following Geek74 on the Twitter.
And I'm DarkSolidX, known just as Solid. And you can find me on youtube.com/DarkSolidX and on Twitch on twitch.tv/DarkSolidX.
Thank you for listening in today's episode of the AnyVerse podcast. Please use hashtag AnyVerseMC on your tweets about the series and follow all these wonderful humans. And we will be back next Wednesday for another recap of our week in the AnyVerse.